Hey there, moneymakers. Welcome back to Money Make Money Channel, the place where we turn your free time into cash time, your Wi-Fi connection into a money-making machine, and your student budget into something that actually makes sense. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we're all about helping you build wealth, one smart move at a time. And trust me, today's video, this is the smart move you've been waiting for. All right, let me paint you a picture. It's Tuesday night. You're sitting in your dorm room or your apartment, eating instant ramen for the third time this week, scrolling through your bank account, and you're thinking, there's gotta be a better way. Your textbooks cost more than your monthly food budget. Your social life is basically asking friends if they want to hang out at someone's place because you can't afford to go out. And don't even get me started on that spring break trip everyone's planning that you're probably going to have to skip again. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets exciting. You're literally sitting on a gold mine right now. That laptop you're using to binge-watch Netflix, that smartphone in your pocket, that internet connection you're already paying for. These are your tools to financial freedom. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to use them to start making real money, not survey site pennies, not maybe you'll get paid someday promises, but actual legitimate income that can change your student experience starting this week. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let me introduce you to 7 remote side hustles that require 0 experience, 0 special skills, and 0 upfront investment. Let's turn you into a money-making machine. Side hustle number 1, online tutoring and homework help. Now, before you say, but I'm not a teacher, stop right there. Here's a secret that the education industry doesn't really advertise. You don't need to be an expert to teach. You just need to know more than the person you're teaching. Did you pass high school English? Congratulations, you can tutor middle schoolers. Did you survive Chemistry 101? Boom, you can help high school juniors who are currently struggling with the same concepts you conquered last semester. Let me break down why this is absolutely brilliant. You're a student right now, which means you recently learned or are currently learning the material. You remember what confused you. You know the tricks that helped it click. You speak the same language as younger students because, well, you're not that much older than them. This isn't theory. This is lived experience you can monetize. Here's how you get started. Platforms like Chegg Tutors, Tutor.com, and Wyzant let you sign up, create a profile, and start connecting with students. But here's the insider tip that most people miss. You don't even need those platforms. Go to local Facebook groups, post on your college's student forums, or even put up flyers at local libraries saying, college student offering affordable tutoring in your subject. Real talk time. My friend Sarah, a sophomore at State University, started tutoring high school students in Spanish, a subject she's literally still taking classes in. She charges $25 per hour, works about 6 hours per week, and makes an extra $600 a month, all from helping kids conjugate verbs while she's also learning advanced grammar. The beautiful irony. Teaching others actually helped her own grades improve because explaining concepts reinforced her own understanding. It's like getting paid to study. The earnings potential here is genuinely impressive. Beginners typically start at $15 to $20 per hour, but as you build a reputation and get testimonials, you can easily charge $30, $40, or even $50 per hour for specialized subjects like SAT prep, calculus, or coding basics. And the best part? It's completely flexible. You schedule sessions around your classes. You can do it from your dorm room in your pajamas. And unlike a traditional job where you trade time for money on someone else's schedule, you're in complete control. Here's the mindset shift I want you to make. Stop thinking, I'm just a student. Start thinking, I'm someone with valuable knowledge that others are willing to pay for. Because that's the truth. The information in your head has monetary value. You've invested time, tuition, and effort to acquire that knowledge. Now it's time to see a return on that investment. Side hustle number 2, freelance content writing. Okay, stay with me on this one, even if you're thinking, but I'm a STEM major, or I haven't written anything creative since high school. Content writing isn't about being the next Shakespeare. It's about communicating information clearly. And guess what you do every single day? You write emails, you text, you comment on social media, you write papers and essays. You already have this skill. You just need to learn how to package it. Here's what most people don't understand about the content writing industry. Businesses desperately need writers. Every company with a website needs blog posts. Every startup needs product descriptions. Every business needs social media captions, email newsletters, website copy, and articles. The demand is absolutely massive, and they don't care if you have a journalism degree. They care if you can write clearly, hit deadlines, and follow basic instructions. Let me give you the real-world blueprint. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Contently are where beginners start. Yes, the competition is intense. Yes, you'll start with lower rates. But here's the strategy that works. Niche down and own it. Don't be a general writer. Be the writer who specializes in fitness content, or the writer who creates content for eco-friendly brands, or the tech-savvy writer who explains complex software simply. Here's a success story that'll blow your mind. Marcus, a computer science major who barely passed his English composition class, started writing articles about beginner coding topics. He charged $50 per 1,000-word article at first. People laughed at him for working so cheaply, but within 3 months, he had 10 regular clients, was charging $200 per article, and making $2,400 a month writing about the very subjects he was studying. He literally took his class notes, expanded them into beginner-friendly articles, and sold them to coding bootcamp websites and tech blogs. His weakness in English actually made his writing more accessible to beginners because he wasn't using fancy jargon. He was explaining things the way they made sense to him. The earning trajectory here is beautiful. Month 1, you might make $200 to $300 while you're learning the ropes and building your portfolio. Month 3, if you're consistent, you could be at $800 to $1,200. By month 6, $2,000 to $3,000 per month is absolutely achievable. And the elite writers, they're charging $500 to $1,000 plus per article and being selective about which projects they take. But here's what makes this side hustle truly special. You're building a skill that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. Every career needs strong written communication. Every job application involves writing. Every business you might start will need content. You're not just making money now, you're investing in a skill that will make you money forever. Plus, you work whenever you want, from wherever you want. I've seen students write articles between classes, on the bus, at 2 a.m. when they can't sleep. Total flexibility, unlimited potential. Pro tip that nobody talks about: reach out directly to small businesses in your college town. Most of them need website content, blog posts, or social media help, but don't know where to find writers. Send them a friendly email offering your services. The response rate is way higher than competing on Upwork, and you can charge better rates because you're not competing with the entire planet. Side hustle number 3, virtual assistant services. Now this one is sneaky powerful because virtual assistant sounds fancy and professional, but let me tell you what it actually means. Helping busy people with tasks they don't have time for. That's it. That's the whole thing. And students, you're actually perfectly positioned for this because you're already masters of juggling multiple responsibilities, staying organized, and figuring things out on the fly. Think about what you already do every day. You manage your schedule, you respond to emails, you do research for papers, you organize files and documents, you book appointments and manage calendars, you coordinate group projects. These aren't just student skills, these are valuable professional skills that entrepreneurs, small business owners, and busy professionals will pay you to do for them. Here's the way you get started. Platforms like Belay, Time ETC, and Fancy Hands hire virtual assistants and connect you with clients. But here's the accelerated path. Join Facebook groups for entrepreneurs and small business owners. I'm talking groups like Female Entrepreneur Association, Side Hustle Nation, and e-commerce entrepreneurs. Introduce yourself, mention you're offering VA services, and watch the inquiries roll in. Most of these entrepreneurs are desperately looking for reliable help. My favorite success story here? Jessica, an English major with no business experience whatsoever, started as a VA doing basic admin tasks for $15 an hour. She was organized, reliable, and proactive. She didn't just do tasks, she anticipated needs. Within 6 months, her clients were paying her $45 an hour and fighting over her availability. She specializes now in podcast management, editing show notes, scheduling episodes, and creating promotional content. She works 15 hours a week and makes $2,700 a month. And the crazy part? She learned everything on YouTube. Zero formal training, just willingness to learn and consistent execution. The beauty of VA work is scalability. Start with one client, a few hours a week. Master the basics. Build trust. Then add another client, then another. You're not just making money, you're building relationships. And here's the secret sauce. Good VAs become indispensable. Your clients start to depend on you. They give you raises without you asking. They refer you to their friends. You build a waiting list. This isn't just a side hustle, it's a business. Starting rate for beginners, $15 to $20 an hour. Within 6 to 12 months, $30 to $50 an hour. Elite VAs with specialized skills, $75 to $100 plus an hour. Do the math. Even at $25 an hour, working just 10 hours a week, that's $1,000 a month. That's rent. That's car payments. That's studying abroad money. That's financial breathing room. Side hustle number 4, social media management. All right, now we're getting to the fun stuff. You know that problem everyone complains about? That young people spend too much time on social media? Guess what? That's not a weakness. That's a marketable skill. You understand TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and whatever new platform emerges next week. You instinctively know what makes content engaging. You understand trends before they go mainstream. This intuitive knowledge is incredibly valuable, and businesses will pay you handsomely for it. Here's the reality of small business in 2026. Every business knows they need a social media presence. Most business owners are over 35 and have no idea how to create engaging content. They don't understand trending sounds on TikTok. They don't know what hashtags to use. They don't understand the difference between a reel and a story. But you do. You're a digital native. This stuff is second nature to you. That's your competitive advantage. What does a social media manager actually do? Create posts, write captions, design graphics using simple tools like Canva, schedule content, engage with comments, research hashtags, track basic analytics, come up with content ideas. That's honestly it. You're not running Super Bowl ad campaigns, you're helping a local coffee shop, a boutique, a fitness instructor, or a real estate agent stay relevant and visible online. Here's your action plan. Start with businesses in your college town. Visit local shops, restaurants, and service providers. Look at their social media. Chances are it's outdated, inconsistent, or non-existent. Approach them with a specific proposal. I noticed your Instagram hasn't been updated in 2 months. I'd love to create and post content for you 3 times a week for $300 a month. Most will say yes because they know they need help but don't know where to find it. Real-world example time. Tyler, a psychology major with 0 marketing education, started managing social media for 3 local businesses, a cafe, a yoga studio, and a barbershop. He charged each $250 per month for 3 posts per week. That's $750 a month, about 10 hours of total work per week, and he created all the content on Sunday afternoons while watching football. His secret? He actually cared. He visited the businesses, took authentic photos, told their stories, and engaged genuinely with their communities. Within 4 months, all 3 businesses saw increased foot traffic and asked him to manage their Facebook and TikTok too. He raised his rates to $400 per month per client. That's $1,200 monthly, still working less than 12 hours per week. The earning potential scales beautifully. 1 client at $250 a month is nice. 3 clients at $300 a month is $900. 5 clients at $350 a month is $1,750. And as you get better, you can charge $500, $750, even $1,000 plus per client per month. Plus, unlike hourly work, you're paid the same whether you spend 3 hours or 6 hours per client. As you get more efficient, your effective hourly rate skyrockets. Here's the mindset you need to adopt. Every business is a potential client. That restaurant you eat at? Potential client. The gym where you work out? Potential client. Your friend's parents' business? Potential client. Your campus bookstore? Potential client. Opportunities are literally everywhere. You just need the confidence to reach out and offer value. And bonus insight, social media management teaches you marketing, branding, copywriting, design thinking, and data analysis, skills that are valuable in virtually every career path. You're not just making money, you're building a professional skill set that'll make you more employable after graduation. Side hustle number 5, online reselling and flipping. Okay, this one taps into your inner entrepreneur, and it's honestly one of the most fun side hustles on this list. The basic concept is beautifully simple. Buy things for less than they're worth, sell them for what they're actually worth, pocket the difference. This isn't some sketchy scheme. This is literally how every retail business in the world operates. You're just doing it on a smaller, more flexible scale. Here's what makes this perfect for students. You probably already have stuff you don't use anymore. Old textbooks, electronics you've upgraded from, clothes that don't fit, furniture you're not taking home for summer. That's your starter inventory. Sell those first to build capital and learn the process. Then start strategically sourcing items to flip. The 3 main categories that work amazingly well: textbooks, buy from students desperate to sell after finals and resell at the beginning of next semester for double the price; electronics, refurbished phones, tablets, gaming consoles bought from pawn shops or Facebook Marketplace and resold on eBay or Mercari; and thrifted fashion, name-brand clothes and vintage items bought at Goodwill for $5 to $10 and resold on Poshmark or Depop for $30 to $60. Let me tell you about Emma, an economics major who accidentally stumbled into a reselling empire. She bought a designer bag at a thrift store for $12, looked up the brand, discovered it was worth $180, and sold it on Poshmark within 3 days for $150. That 1,150% profit margin blew her mind. She got addicted. She started spending Saturday mornings thrifting, investing about $100 weekly, and reselling throughout the week. Within 3 months, she was making $1,200 to $1,500 monthly profit, and by the end of her first year, she was pulling in $2,500 to $3,000 monthly and treating it like a part-time business. Her secret? She specialized. She learned everything about designer handbags, how to spot fakes, which brands held value, and where to find them. She became an expert in her niche. The beautiful thing about reselling is the immediate feedback loop. You find an item, list it, and either it sells or it doesn't. You learn incredibly quickly what works. You develop an eye for value. You understand supply and demand in a visceral, practical way that no textbook can teach you. Plus, it's treasure hunting. It's exciting. Every thrift store visit is a potential gold mine. Platforms to use? eBay, best for electronics and textbooks, Poshmark for fashion, Mercari for everything, Facebook Marketplace for furniture and local items, Depop for vintage and trendy fashion, and Amazon for textbooks and electronics. Each platform has different fees and audiences, so diversify your listings. Practical starting strategy. This weekend, gather 10 to 20 items from your room that you don't use. List them online. Price them to sell. Use that money as your investment capital. Then visit a local thrift store with $50, buy items you think you can resell, and list them within 24 hours. Repeat, scale. The learning curve is fast and the financial returns can be dramatic. The earning potential varies wildly, but realistically, a beginner investing 5 to 10 hours a week can make $500 to $800 monthly. Intermediate resellers working 10 to 15 hours weekly often make $1,500 to $2,500 monthly. Serious resellers treating it like a real business can make $5,000 to $10,000 plus monthly. It scales with your effort and knowledge. Pro tip: college campuses are gold mines at the end of each semester. Students leaving for the summer or graduating literally throw away valuable items, furniture, electronics, clothes, and kitchen items. I've seen students furnish entire apartments and build reselling inventories purely from free piles outside dorms. One person's trash is literally your treasure and your profit. Side hustle number 6. Online graphic design and content creation. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I'm not creative, or I can't even draw stick figures. But let me stop you. Modern graphic design isn't about artistic talent, it's about using tools effectively. Canva, a free platform, has made professional-looking design accessible to absolutely everyone. If you can drag and drop, you can create graphics that businesses will pay for. This isn't hyperbole. This is the democratization of design in action. Here's what businesses need constantly: social media graphics, logos, business cards, flyers, menu designs, presentations, infographics, event posters, email headers, website banners. The demand is endless. And while professional designers charge $500 to $2,000 for a logo, small businesses and startups are thrilled to pay a student $50 to $150 for a solid Canva-created logo that meets their needs. The strategy is specialization and speed. Don't try to be a full-service design agency. Instead, pick one thing and master it. Maybe you become the person who creates amazing Instagram story templates, or the designer who makes clean, modern logos for wellness brands, or the creator of eye-catching event flyers. Specialization makes you memorable and allows you to develop templates and systems that speed up your workflow. Let me share the story of Alex, a history major with zero design background. He learned Canva basics from a 3-hour YouTube tutorial marathon one Sunday night. He reached out to student organizations on campus, offering to design flyers for events for $25 each. His first month, he made $200 from 8 flyers. Word spread. He expanded to local businesses. Within 4 months, he was creating logo packages for $150, social media template bundles for $200, and had a waiting list. He works maybe 12 hours a week and makes $1,800 monthly. His biggest asset? Fast turnaround. While professional designers take weeks, Alex delivers in 2 to 3 days. Speed is your competitive advantage as a student. Here's the beautiful secret about design work. Once you create templates, you can reuse and customize them. That Instagram post template you created for one client, modify it for another client. That logo concept worked well? Adapt it. You're building a library of assets that make each project faster and more profitable. Your effective hourly rate increases dramatically over time. Getting started is literally free. Open Canva, create a free account, watch YouTube tutorials on design principles, create 5 sample pieces for a fake business, Post them on Fiverr, starting at $25 per design. Join Facebook groups for entrepreneurs and offer your services. Message student organizations and campus departments offering free designs initially to build your portfolio. Income trajectory. Month 1, maybe $100 to $200 as you're learning and building confidence. Month 3, $600 to $1,000 as you have a portfolio and some testimonials. Month 6, $1,500 to $2,500 as you have systems, templates, and potentially some retainer clients. Elite side hustlers with strong Canvas skills make $3,000 to $5,000 plus monthly. Pro Insight. Batch your work. Dedicate one afternoon to creating multiple designs. It's more efficient than spreading design work throughout the week. Your creative energy flows better, you're in the design mindset, and you can knock out multiple projects in one focused session. This is working smarter, not harder. Another angle. Create digital products. Design Instagram story templates, resume templates, social media caption templates, business plan templates. Create them once and sell them repeatedly on Etsy or your own website. This is passive income. You create it once and it sells forever. Students have built entire income streams selling $15 to $30 digital templates, making $500 to $2,000 plus monthly from products they created months or years ago. Side hustle number 7, transcription and data entry services. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Transcription? Data entry? That sounds boring. And you're not wrong, this isn't the most glamorous side hustle on the list. But you know what it is? Reliable, simple, accessible, and it pays. Sometimes the best side hustle isn't the sexiest one. It's the one that consistently puts money in your account while requiring minimal mental energy. Here's the reality. You already have the only skills you need for this. You can type, you can listen, and you can pay attention to detail. That's literally it. Transcription is listening to audio and typing what you hear. Data entry is transferring information from one format to another. No special training, no complicated software, no steep learning curve. You can start today and get paid this week. The market is surprisingly robust. Medical offices need patient notes transcribed, lawyers need court proceedings typed up, podcasters need their episodes transcribed for SEO and accessibility, researchers need interviews transcribed for analysis, YouTube creators need captions, businesses need data entered into spreadsheets. The demand never stops because information constantly needs to be processed and organized. Platforms like Rev, TranscribeMe, GoTranscript, and Scribie hire beginners immediately. You sign up, pass a simple test, and start receiving work. The pay structure is typically per audio minute for transcription or per task for data entry. Yes, the rates start low, often $0.30 to $0.60 per audio minute for transcription, which translates to roughly $10 to $15 per hour when you're starting. But here's the thing. You get faster, your hourly rate improves, and you can do this while watching TV, between classes, or at 11 p.m. when you can't sleep. The flexibility is unmatched. Real talk from someone who actually did this. Christina, a nursing student with an insane class schedule, needed something completely flexible because her available hours changed weekly. She started doing transcription work on Rev. In the first month, working about 10 hours weekly, she made $400. Not amazing, but reliable. She treated it as background work. She'd transcribe during commercials while watching shows, between study sessions, or while on the bus. 6 months in, she was faster, chose better paying files, maintained excellent quality ratings, and was making $700 to $900 monthly working the same 10 hours. She banked every penny into her student loan fund. The strategic way to approach this: use transcription and data entry as your baseline income. It's your financial floor. When you need guaranteed money, rent due, textbook money, whatever, you can always transcribe for a few hours and know you'll get paid. Simultaneously, build other side hustles from this list. Transcription is your safety net while you develop more lucrative skills. Advanced move? Specialize in medical or legal transcription. These niches pay significantly more. $25 to $40 plus an hour, because they require specialized vocabulary and higher accuracy. Get certified through online courses. Many cost under $500, some are free, and you've just elevated your earning potential permanently. Students in pre-med, pre-law, or related fields have a natural advantage here because they're already learning the terminology. Data entry follows a similar pattern. Basic data entry pays $10 to $15 an hour, but specialized data entry, like entering information from market research, e-commerce businesses, or specific industries, pays $20 to $30 an hour. The work is mindless enough to do while listening to music or podcasts, but it pays your bills nonetheless. Income expectations: 10 hours weekly as a beginner, $400 to $600. 15 to 20 hours weekly with experience, $800 to $1,200. Specialized medical or legal transcription, 15 hours weekly, $1,500 to $2,000 monthly. It's not going to make you rich, but it's an honest, reliable income that requires zero upfront investment, zero experience, and offers complete flexible schedule. Final insight on this one. This is perfect for the risk-averse student. If all the other side hustles feel intimidating or uncertain, start here. Build confidence. Make your first online dollar. Prove to yourself that remote income is real. Then expand into other opportunities. Sometimes the best first step is the simplest one. All right, moneymakers, let's bring this home. We've covered 7 legitimate, accessible, proven side hustles that you can start this week with zero experience and zero upfront investment. Let me recap the heavy hitters. Online tutoring. Leverage knowledge you already have, charge $15 to $50 plus per hour, and work completely on your schedule. Content writing. Use skills you already have, start at $50 per article, and scale to $2,000 to $3,000 plus monthly. Virtual assistant services. Organize and manage tasks. Start at $15 to $20 hourly and scale to $30 to $50 per hour as you specialize. Social media management. Use your native understanding of platforms, charge $250 to $500 plus per client monthly, and manage multiple clients. Online reselling. Turn thrifting and sourcing into profit. Start with items you own, scale to $1,500 to $3,000 plus monthly. Graphic design with Canva. Create visual content businesses need. Charge $25 to $200 plus per project and build passive income with templates. Transcription and data entry. Reliable, flexible work. Start immediately and earn $400 to $1,200 plus monthly. Here's what I want you to understand. These aren't just side hustles. These are skills. These are businesses. These are pathways to financial freedom while you're still in school. Every single one of these can be started with nothing but your laptop, internet connection, and willingness to learn and work. But here's the part that matters most. You have to actually start. I know it's tempting to watch this video, think, that's cool, and then go back to scrolling Instagram. But information without action is just entertainment. You need to make a decision right now about which side hustle resonates with you most. Maybe it's the one that sounds easiest. Maybe it's the one that sounds most interesting. Maybe it's the one where you already have some natural advantage. Pick one. Just one. Commit to spending the next week learning about it and taking the first practical steps to launch it. And let's address the elephant in the room: fear. You're probably thinking, but what if I'm not good enough? What if nobody wants to hire me? What if I fail? Here's the truth. You probably will struggle at first. Your first client might be challenging. Your first project might not be perfect. You might make mistakes, and that's not just okay. That's necessary. That's how learning works. Every successful person you admire was once a confused beginner who felt exactly how you're feeling right now. The only difference is that they started anyway. Think about this. 6 months from now, you'll either be wishing you had started today or you'll be grateful you did. The time will pass either way. The choice is whether you'll pass it by building something or just letting it slip by. And real talk, Your financial situation probably isn't going to magically improve on its own. That student debt isn't going to decrease. Those bills aren't going to pay themselves. You need to take action, and these 7 side hustles are your blueprint. One more critical insight before I let you go. Starting a side hustle isn't just about money. Yes, the income is important and life-changing, but you're also building confidence, you're developing skills, you're proving to yourself that you can create value and get paid for it. You're learning how businesses work, you're networking with clients and building professional relationships, you're creating options for your future. These experiences compound, they stack, they open doors you can't even imagine right now. Remember Sarah, the Spanish tutor, Marcus, the coding writer, Jessica, the virtual assistant, Emma, the reseller, Alex, the Canva designer, Christina, the transcriptionist. These aren't exceptional people with special gifts. They're regular students who decided to start, who pushed through initial discomfort, who stayed consistent, and who are now reaping the financial and personal rewards. You can absolutely be the next success story. Here's my challenge to you. Before this video ends, before you click away, decide on your side hustle. Write it down, then take one concrete action within the next 24 hours. If it's tutoring, sign up for a platform. If it's writing, create an Upwork profile. If it's VA work, join 3 entrepreneur Facebook groups. If it's social media management, approach 1 local business. If it's reselling, list 5 items from your room. If it's design, create 3 sample graphics. If it's transcription, register on Rev. 1 action, 24 hours. That's all I'm asking. And here's where you come in as part of the Money Make Money channel. Family, hit that subscribe button right now because we're just getting started. Every single week, I'm dropping videos about making money, building wealth, developing financial intelligence, and creating the life you actually want to live, not the broke student life you're currently stuck in. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video, and drop a comment below telling me which side hustle you're starting with and why. I read every single comment, and I'll be here to support you, answer questions, and cheer you on. Remember, your financial transformation doesn't start when you graduate. It doesn't start when you get a real job. It doesn't start when conditions are perfect. It starts right now, today, with a decision to create value and get paid for it. You've got the information. You've got the tools. Now you just need the courage to begin. So let's make it happen, moneymakers. Turn that Wi-Fi into wealth. Turn that free time into financial freedom. Turn your student budget into something that actually works for you. The future you 6 months from now will be incredibly grateful you started today. Until next time, keep hustling smart, keep learning, and keep building that money. This is Money Make Money channel, and I'll see you in the next video.